It's very useful to use for upselling. Do we sell this or that at this hour? Then we choose what we should promote to what time of day and to what day of week. Should we put money in making marketing around this at all or not? Is it worth it, the margin? Is it worth the upsell? And could the staff be used in another place to do something else? Because we know maybe it's a slow period for 2-3 hours there and it's slow somewhere else. So we can reschedule much better. And especially when we see the trends here and the average over a certain period of time, it's much easier to make decision. And if we don't see that we have the correct margins and stuff, they shouldn't be on the menu at all.
Hello, Christian.
Hi.
How are we doing?
All good.
All good.
It's a perfect autumn day here in Oslo, Norway.
Indeed. Absolutely beautiful with the sun outside. And where are we sitting right now? Where are we?
Right now we are sitting in one of the buildings for Storebrand, which we open up, remodel it to a concept of ours called Omhu about a year ago. So we've been running this place for a year.
Could you introduce yourself? What do you do and what's your role?
For sure. My name is Hallemyr. I've been working in Sodexo and the role of food service and brands, which I'm the head of here in Norway. So I take care of all our food experiences and the deliveries. So we project restaurants, we build meeting centers, we fill them with experience, we fill them with food and events and recipes, and that's what I do on my day-to-day business.
Cool. How long have you been doing this?
Working in restaurants, I've been doing since I was 14, so I've been doing that for 37 years. And here in Sodexo, I've been in my role for 8 years.
What's maybe your biggest operational challenge when it comes to building these restaurants and keeping them going?
It's a fierce competition in the canteen staff food area here, especially in Oslo. It's many competitors. Or we have a concept called Eat by Sodexo, which are our bread and butter. I would say it's a concept which we're proud of, that's our sustainable and deliver service to expected value, I would say. It's not over the top, but you will get happy every time you visit our restaurants. But maybe not blown away. You won't get served foie gras and lobster in the dining halls. But then we also have a little bit more what we call it high-end exclusive, where the guests would love to be blown away. And that concept would be called Omhu. And one of the restaurants we're sitting in now, it's called Omhu.
How long have you been using Zoined and how have you found it to kind of help you in your operational role?
Yeah, all the services that we deliver, we need to get paid for. So we're using a payment system, which are called Jonathan. And it's an operational tool for us, I would say. And we've been using it good for 1.5 years to 2 years, but we have had access to it for a couple more years.
Describe your day-to-day with Zoined, like how does it fit into your week, shall we say, or day?
In my role, I use it a certain way. So we have built it in 3 different levels. One with the CFO and the finance business in mind. So they use Zoined in a different way that I do. They would like the overall overview of all the business we have. And then we also build it down to the head chef site managers level, which is more than day-to-day business. And in my role as creating these concepts, I really want to follow sales trends, sales optimizations. So we use it in 3 different ways, I would say, but all of us have connection to the same data, but the basic dashboard is a differently set up. Yeah, it's the menu mix I'm concerned about when I talk about the sales trends, really. What time of the day they do sell, and do we need to have a different menu mix during the day? Optimizing the staff hours. We follow the trends on hour to hour and day to day in average, so we know how we should plan our future upcoming schedule for our staff. That would be the main usage I use it for, I would say. Yeah, and cost of goods and how much we make on each coffee cup. So we try to optimize the margins, of course, which is quite easy to see in Zoined.
How does it compare to before?
I think one of the major thing we changed, I would say it's collecting the data to one endpoint through Zoined. Before we had 5-6 different systems. So the data quality we collected was really hard to get a hold of, and in the end you maybe didn't know if you could trust it. So it saves loads of times to collect data in one point and then work with it from.
Could you say any like concrete kind of business value other than also the time saving that you can trust the one data source in that sense?
Yeah, it's very useful to use for upselling. Do we sell this or that at this hour? Then we choose what we should promote to what time of day and to what day of week. Should we put money in making marketing around this at all or not? Is it worth it, the margin? Is it worth the upsell? And could the staff be used in another place to do something else? Because we know maybe it's a slow period for 2-3 hours there and it's slow somewhere else. So we can reschedule much better. And especially when we see the trends here and the average over a certain period of time, it's much easier to make decision. And if we don't see that we have the correct margins of stuff, they shouldn't be on the menu at all. It could be there for fun, but it shouldn't sell because we don't make any money from it. We're trying to be more sustainable in our business, and that's really what we want to be. So we try to track what we sell of vegan and vegetarian dishes according to the other fish and animal things. So that's really good data that we can show our clients, like, do you want to reduce your red meat consumption on this restaurant? We could track that. So it's a good data quality for our clients in which restaurants we serve them. We also have followed up with Klimatodata. So all hot dishes have a Klimato value. It's also good to show the clients, like, where should we be together at a certain point. So that's the data we can.
Could you quickly explain the Klimatodata?
Klimatodata. All dishes create some kind of climate emissions. And in the back end, we calculate how much a burger would be, probably around 7-8, and maybe a risotto with saffron and something nice on top, which don't contain any animal protein, would be down on 0.6. The goal for UN is to reach 0.5 2040. So we would really like to benefit in the restaurants where we work and lead the way together with the client.
How many sites do you have in the Oslo area? How do they use Zoined? How does it look for your larger organization?
So down at restaurant level, we are teaching our head chefs or our site manager to how to use Zoined. It's very easy for them to just track sales numbers or how many guests they had that day. But they use the trend tool. How much should I order for next week? According to the trend we can read in Zoined. So they plan their production from Zoined side of view. Because we know if we collect data for 3 months, we know that on Mondays we have average 120 guests. And on Tuesdays we average have 165. So it's a good tool for ordering and production for the head chefs. So that's right now is the biggest use for them. And I'm trying to teach them then also that how should we use this in the trend channel for optimizing the menu mix. So we follow which dishes sells the most and then optimize the menu for their place, for their restaurant. So it's the perfect menu mix for customer coming in so that we keep them happy. The overall feeling of a concept should create a red thread through the whole, but it's a culinary journey on each restaurant. So the menu mix and the recipes, it's on head chef.
Do you use email reports at all? Or
In my organization, it's much better to use the dashboard create a good onboarding for the people that's going to use it and use the dashboard. Emails could end up not being looked at. So we would rather that they go inside the dashboard and create the report and report it back in that case. So then we get a proof of that they've been there, done that, read it, understood it.
And has that worked really well?
I think there's a reason why chefs work in restaurants and then not work in finance departments. So, but in Zoined, it's an easy, understandable dashboard with value propositions that fits their needs, and the UX design is user-friendly. So I mean, we're on a good way, but it will never be perfect because the business we're working in is right now not data-driven. Our chefs don't love Excel sheets. So they need to have this AI officer to create the reports for them. That would be a really good value. They should ask, well, where do I make the most money? Which dish is most profitable for me? Why was last Monday shitty? So that would be a great future for Zoined.
What's the most potential in the future you see how Zoined could be help your operations?
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things, to get the AI agent to things for you. Because if our chefs should flicker in filter and yada yada, it won't work. It will create a lot of work for us in the headquarters to do all this for them. So if an AI agent could do this easy, it would be more user-friendly. Could help. Now, the great opportunity with Zoined is it's user-friendly on all levels, from the chef up to the CFO, and we can create our own layers in it. So it's user-friendly in their dashboard and their need to know in their daily business. And right now it's working super good. It's user-friendly, it's effective. In the long run, it saves us money and makes us money.